tired. And it has been tiring. My legs are tired.
Good evening. This is GC3, and I'm in the place to be, coming at you from the GC3 Hoops Network studio out in Phoenix, Arizona. I hope everybody is doing well. We're here, episode 5, about to pop off, and I'm super excited on the guests that I have lined up for the show. This is definitely going to be probably one of my bigger cast of guests, but I'm super excited because this program that we're bringing on is well deserving on some attention, because they are the dark horse and one of my favorites to sneak up on a lot of teams this winter. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on the leader first, which is Coach Jimmy Lefebvre. Coach, good evening. How are you doing?
What's going on, George? I'm good, man. Excited to be here.
No, I really appreciate the time you're taking to join us on the show. This is episode 5 of the Hoops Heat Check podcast, and one of my visions on this podcast is to talk about just the programs, coaches, players that are heating up. And you guys had a hot summer. I mean, your program won back-to-back weekends. It had a strong showing all summer, and you pretty much were flexing that the depth, and I think that is going to be one of the things that's going to cause a lot of problems for opposing teams this winter is your depth at every position. So would you like to share about that, Coach? I mean, as far as your depth, because even your depth on the JV was amazing as well.
Yeah, we're really excited about the squad that we have. And there are people that are, we have kind of it's a little cliche, but that whole next man up mentality. I mean, we have that. There are girls competing for 4 minutes, and they know that. And I think where people don't, the depth obviously is super important as you get deep into the season and you're dealing with injuries and fatigue and all that kind of thing. But where you don't hear about depth as much is the competitiveness in the practices, right? Like, we get so much better in practices. Games are just where we showcase that, but we have depth where we can go head to head in practice. And I don't need to water down one side or the other because, I have 10 girls that are ready to compete. Then to your point, I mean, Sossaman feeds into Higley. And there was a really strong, over the last 2 years, 7th and then 8th grade. They won, I think, both of their championships in 7th and then 8th grade. A couple of the girls went somewhere else, unfortunately, like Basha and Perry. But we got a good group of girls that came in from that squad. And so we were able to kind of reload for the next couple of years and have players, all the way down to the freshman level. And that got exposed this summer. So really excited to have them. It's a great group of kids. I have them in 7th hour, and they're fun. They're excited. They're eager to learn. They work hard. So just a really good group of incoming 8th graders that we had.
No, just awesome. I mean, I was very impressed all summer. I mean, even your younger group winning the small school varsity division as a JV squad. And, they looked like they had a very high basketball IQ, great skill set. But, Coach, let's pivot on. I mean, a lot of accomplishment in your short time. I mean, for people who don't know, Coach came over, from Skyline High School last year as an assistant. And prior to that, he was the head coach at Desert Ridge and revived that program in such a short span. So, Coach, can you let the audience know kind of what your plans are, what you're trying to install there, because I know you'll be successful with your great history and track record as a coach.
Yeah, I mean the big thing, there's Higley has players. They have for the last couple of years. The biggest thing that's been missing is culture, and kind of that structure that is that you would see in winning teams, that winning attitude. That's been missing over the last couple of years because the talent is there. And so that's a big part of what we're trying to do coming in is to build that culture. And that's challenging, right? You have to ruffle feathers for that. And so even this summer, there was some exposure to, listen, I'm not here to deal with the BS. I'm here to win, candidly. Like I want to win. And I'm looking for winners within the program, and they're there. And some of them we kind of need to uncover some of that. So it's a lot of culture stuff that we're working on right now. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we have players. I want to help the seniors, and we're going to talk to the seniors here in a few minutes. They all want to play college basketball. So, one of my goals is to help them get there, right? That was a big thing that was important to me when I was at Desert Ridge. I had 4 seniors, 3 of them wanted to play college basketball. We were able to get all 3 into programs. So that's a big part of what I want to do. But then win and just build a culture that will sustain, right? We have players coming in. We have freshman class that came in. That's great. We want to be competitive in the open division for the next 3-4 years at a minimum. And so, that's what we're trying to do, change culture, get girls into college programs. That's where they want to go and win games.
And I believe you're going to do it. I mean, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I've been following your coaching career, and let's talk about your playing career briefly, because you and I, we both have a connection out in the islands. I mean, I was born and raised out there. I actually got to play over there. I mean, I don't promote that and say it. I mean, I can say technically I played overseas, but I didn't. I mean, I still U.S. soil. So, you want to talk about that, Coach? Hilo alumni, home of the Vulcans.
Yeah, so I have I think a relatively cool story for coaching high school basketball, because I played freshman as a freshman. I played sophomore as a sophomore. I played JV. I played varsity as a junior, but I never saw the court. And then I played my senior year on varsity, and had a great year. But I wasn't anything really up until my senior year, where I had kind of like a breakout year that allowed me to go play Division II basketball, to your point, out at University of Hawaii at Hilo. But it paints a cool story for, players that are going into their junior year and, they don't feel like they're carving out minutes. Like, listen, you need to have a good senior year, and that's it. And you can continue to put in the work through your junior year, work hard in that off season, and then shoot for that senior year and still have opportunities. But yeah, then I played at Hilo under Jeff Law for 4 years. Don't go look at my stats because I didn't see the court that often. But yeah, I spent 4 years out there, loved every minute of it. I spent 5 on Big Island. I moved to Oahu after a short stint here on the mainland, and then played in the Pro-Am leagues on Oahu, which I think are highly competitive. And then we started an ABA team out there, played for their first season, which was the Hawaii Swish. Then we moved back to the mainland shortly after that and played with another ABA organization out here called Arizona Beast, and then continued to play in Pro-Ams since then. So getting a little bit old here at 35, my body starts to ache a little bit. So I don't play as much competitively as I would like to, but for a number of years, I was playing fairly competitive basketball. So.
And that's awesome. I mean, it's just so awesome how, we have that connection out in the islands, and, I'm sure the kids will probably share a little later on our special part at the end of the show, kind of their take on it. But Coach, we're going to take a little bit of a quick break, and then we're going to begin the second half of the show. So I'll see you here in a little bit.
Sure. Sounds good. Thanks.
Got bugs out of this world? Have no fear. Free Yourself Pest Control is here. Give Derek a call at 480-580-1549 for your free estimate today. Again, please support Free Yourself Pest Control, as they sponsor and support local communities and youth sports events. All right, so we are back. We were chopping it up with Coach Jimmy Lefebvre, new head women's basketball coach at Higley High School. definitely had a huge summer, is already starting to build that foundation of success. Well, now we're going to bring on some special guests. We're going to bring on his trio of senior leaders. So, without further ado, here's Macy, Ava, and Maya. Good evening, ladies. How are you guys doing this evening?
Good.
I know we've been trying to get you guys on. Well, and a lot of it is my fault because my schedule has been so hectic, and I'm also just recovering from this nasty cold bug that I got. So, ladies, I know you guys are balancing a lot. I know Coach mentioned that you guys are working, and that's amazing. I mean, I was blessed that I didn't have to work when I was in high school. I mean, I did a few side gigs as a youth referee, basketball referee, but you guys are holding down jobs. Would you guys like to share what you guys do to balance besides basketball and going to school? Let's start with Maya, and then we'll go to Ava and then Macy.
So this year I'm student body vice president at our school. So I'm very involved in Higley, and so I've always learned throughout like high school years how to balance both basketball and student council and just everything in general. And honestly, I've kind of gotten the flow of everything. And I think the biggest thing is like prioritizing and just focusing on what's more important in that situation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd agree with Maya. I think this senior year has been really busy for me, but I think me being able to prioritize and kind of just stay ahead of it and look at my week ahead and planning what I have to do and staying organized with that really helps me stay on top of it.
Awesome. And Macy?
Yeah, I would say mainly for me is just like getting my stuff done as early as I can. Like I go to school and then I work normally like right after school. So then I have time to do like when it was club, like go to club practice or like shoot outside, do different things like that. So just make sure I get all my stuff done during the day so I have extra time at night to do things I enjoy.
And where are you working at, Macy?
Super play.
Nice.
Yeah.
So George, she played one-on-one at one of your tournaments this summer. She played one-on-one with my son, who's 8, and he's like everywhere we go. Like, is Macy going to be there? Like, oh, can I play with Macy when we get there? So Macy loves the kids, super good with kids. But
love Reef. It's my dog.
No, that's awesome. You know, it's the same thing, like, you know, with my kids as well. You know, when I was coaching, my kids were little and they got attached to a lot of my players and my team managers. So definitely a lot of fun. And that's a great bonding thing because, you know, that's important, you know, having that chemistry, family atmosphere. It's definitely going to help you take it, I guess, a step further in the season when the going gets tough. So, ladies, let's talk about your summer. You know, how was your summer? You know, competing. You know, starting with June ball, and then you know, I know some of you play club ball. Let's start with Maya if you guys want to share your experience.
Overall, I really enjoyed summer ball this year. It was super competitive and like every practice was super high energy. Jimmy really focuses on that and like bringing energy every practice. And I really felt it like throughout June. And I felt like we grew closer as a team because we were supporting each other, giving high fives. And it's just like the small things like that like really help grow the atmosphere in the gym. And so I feel like that was my favorite part of June ball. And obviously winning was great too. I think we had a really good summer ball season. So yeah.
So
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it was definitely like a shift, like every like having a new coach is every year, but it was like a good shift where like you could feel the energy and the momentum change where that like kind of reflected onto the court so we were able to win games more and summer was I think like the most fun we've had and then the most we've won and all the time we've been at Higley. So it was just a really fun summer and like super competitive and it made me really excited for the season.
I would say that like summer ball really like set the tempo for like how the season's gonna be. Obviously we were very successful this summer, so I think it just kind of like put us on the radar, like because the past years obviously like summer ball we've been like okay, like it was fine. But this year, I think we really made a statement, especially in Section 7. So I think that it just set a good tempo for everyone and seeing how the season's going to go. And I think Jimmy did a really good job with like allowing us to have a fun summer, but also be committed and do the things we need to get done. So
Awesome. Well, we also have some exciting news. I'm sure Coach shared with you. Coach and I were kind of talking back and forth. You guys are going to be playing in my event in January, the Honolulu Hoop Showcase. How
yes.
do you guys feel? I mean, you guys are already smiling.
So
I know
excited.
all the teams that have played in my Hawaii events in the past. When I bring it up, they're grinning eye to eye. They go, yeah. They go, yeah, George. It was a lot of fun to play out there. So I want each of you to kind of share, and then we'll finish up with Coach on how you guys are, feeling towards the opportunity. Any goals, any things you want to try to dive into when you're out there. Let's start with Maya.
I would say I'm just so excited to go to Hawaii. I mean, that's such a beautiful place to go to. I'm super excited because I feel like with these like trips, like yeah, we're still playing basketball, but we have downtime with our team, and I feel like that's like when we all get super close, and we're gonna be towards like the end of our season, so it's just gonna be super fun just to hang out with like my best friends in Hawaii while playing a sport that we all love.
It's awesome, Ava.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Hawaii. Like, we honestly, like me, Maya, and Macy always are talking about it, like super excited. And I think our goal, like for all of us, is to go and win that tournament and to show like what we can do and end our season right. So I'm really excited.
Awesome, Macy.
Yeah, it's actually funny because we were actually talking about it in English today. How excited we were for it. But I think it'll be so much fun because we've never done anything like this as a team where we're all going to be like on a plane together and like constantly together. So I think it'll be really good for us to like see how everyone is like all the time outside of basketball. And yeah, I think it'll just be a great place to be because who doesn't love Hawaii? So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, George, they're killing me though with this whole like no swimming thing. So that's like a big thing with the district, right? Is you can't swim because of past events. So that's that's probably going to be one of the biggest challenges is going out there and trying to keep everyone out of the water.
I know. I mean,
Actually.
unfortunately, I'll be out there, guys, and
You're
I grew up on the North Shore. I'll be staying with my family, so it's actually kind of exciting too because my girlfriend's excited about it. She was talking to me about it. She was like, "I've never seen you swim." I'm like, "I'm part fish. You're gonna be kind of like amazed. Like as soon as we get off the plane, I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna run out the backyard because I'm just blessed that my family we still have our beach house there, and I'm just gonna run in the water. I miss it so much, and I'm pretty sure Coach might sneak out a little bit. I think, it's hard.
Nothing in a recorded session. I'm not saying anything. Plead the fifth here. We're excited too to to get out there. We got to travel a little bit this summer with Flagstaff, going up to play at Flagstaff, and we got to learn a little bit of a lesson up there in preparation and going to bed on time. And so we're going to be taking some of that into Hawaii. We had a pretty bad experience playing South Point Catholic after I let the girls have some fun the night before. So we'll make sure we're ready to go and like try and win that tournament. We're going out there to try and win it. So
yeah, it's definitely going to be tough because you guys I'm not saying you can't. I think you guys are a perfect program to go out there and represent Arizona. You guys will be going up against Iolani, which they won the last 4 state titles, I believe. Last year they lost to Kamehameha, who finally beat them. It was such a really good, state championship. I was there to cover it, and then Punahou is also really tough as well. I believe they're in the event, and there's 4 schools in that league, and they play each other so much just to fight their way into the state tournament because that league only gives two tournament slots. So it's normally and I believe all 4 teams are top 7 in the state. So definitely going to be a really good event for you guys. Great competition, and I know it's going to help get you guys ready for that state tournament. Come around February and March.
Yeah, we're excited for that. I mean, we're looking for competition. We don't want to go into games as much as I love to win by 20 and 30 because it keeps my heart pretty healthy. We want good competition. That's what makes us better. And so we're excited to go out there and see what the island has to offer.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to be there to cover. I'll be there all your guys' games. That's the plan. And the last part of the show, we're going to pivot to the last part because we're going to wrap up here. I know the ladies are grinning because I did kind of give them a heads up. All right. So can you guys give me a Coach Jimmy, your best Coach Jimmy impression?
Oh,
He can have at it. This is the only time that Coach is going to allow it. Any other time, I think he'll probably put you guys on the line to run.
okay.
I'm
Are you
trying to
going with?
think.
Okay, I have.
I have one too.
All right, Maya, go
I
ahead.
feel like we're all gonna do the same.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
Dang it.
Yeah.
That's what
Should we do different ones, Ava?
I was
Are you
trying to
gonna give us a T-hoo? You got to give
I'll
us
give you a
one.
Chee-hoo. Or like, get on the line, you got a 10 and 10. And then he's all, Chee-hoo.
I was gonna do the Chihu or like, I was watching the film the other day, and I like watched the ball like drop. I like didn't rebound, and he always is like, if you watch the damn ball drop again, you're out of the damn game.
I don't curse. I don't know what Macy's talking about.
That's so awesome. And again, I just want to thank you all again for making time out of your busy schedule to join me to get on this episode. But
Of course.
Coach and ladies, thank you again so much, and good luck this fall. I'm super excited to be covering you this winter, and I look forward to seeing you guys continue to pretty much elevate and take that next step, towards hopefully a state championship this winter.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
George.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So that wraps up episode 5 with the Higley Knights. And don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace out.